Happy spring, everyone. Welcome. Happy April. Thank you all so much out there for listening and being an ongoing part of this podcast. I know there are increasingly more and more tools and resources available online, and that's a great thing. So I recognize, I've been starting to think, is the audio format even really worthwhile anymore? But I think it's important. One thing is that being listening to the instructions and not defaulting to the visual field and to the visual instructions is actually really good for our brains and good for our practice and good for our attention span, right? So in in class, or if you're watching a video, you you might get distracted for a few seconds, and then if you just look at the teacher or look at the students around you, you'll figure out what's going on and you'll be able to catch right up again, right? But if your attention wavers a little bit with the audio, it can be tricky to get caught up again. And I just want to say that just because it's challenging doesn't mean it's not worthwhile. In fact, um, because of because there's so much visual media in all fields, and because all the content is getting infinitely shorter, and because our attention spans are following suit, I've actually given a lot of thought to increasing purposefully the ways in which I combat that um, that tendency, that cultural tendency, and that tendency within myself. So, for example, being really disciplined about not just reading headlines, but actually trying to read full articles, trying to read longer form like books, which is good for our brains and good for our critical thinking and good for our perspective. Uh, Even though there are, I could read the Spark Notes, I could read the Cliff Notes, I could read a summary, of course, but it does something different to read full length content, right? And so, kind of in a similar vein, I wonder if other people out there are also interested in um, growing and developing and maintaining our our memory, our attention spans, our ability to sort of stick with these sort of like longer form things. So in that spirit, I just want to encourage you that even if the podcast is difficult to follow, even if you find yourself getting distracted, even if it's whatever, you get tempted to get up and vacuum, right? In the middle of the practice. Try to stick with it. See what happens when you kind of stick with these like more challenging mental exercises. That's something that's been true in my Sanskrit studies as well. I am well in over my head with my Sanskrit studies, and I have been for quite a few months. But there's something about kind of pushing through it and pushing along, even when I feel like, hmm, my brain gave up long ago. Should I give up? The answer is no. Keep going, everybody. Definitely keep going. And so, once again, thank you to all those who are out there listening and downloading. And if you haven't done so already, leave a review anywhere where you're listening to this. That helps get eyes and ears on the podcast. And if you're so inclined, follow my YouTube channel, Instagram, etc. Everywhere that I can be followed, I'm Yoga Stickler. So all my handles everywhere are Yoga Stickler. And yeah, see you out there in the internets.
So, fairly few words today in the chant. Just Om, which we already know. Mani, which means a jewel or a gem. Padme, which means lotus. And Hung. Om Mani Padme Hung. So the jewel in the lotus, so the jewel represents compassion, the lotus represents wisdom. And so what we're reminding ourselves of is that the cultivation of wisdom and the cultivation of compassion need to go together, must go together. So I'll start, and then whenever you have the melody, you can just join right in. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 So just take a moment. You can keep the eyes closed if you want. Take a moment just to check in with your own intentions for being here, whatever those reasons might be, one or more multitude of reasons. And then just reminding yourself that everyone here has similarly good reasons for being here. And knowing that, feeling that sense of everyone's here together for the same reasons, you can allow yourself to relax with your practice a little bit. Your practice doesn't have to be performative. It doesn't have to have any pretense to it. It can be natural and relaxed. And that we're here supporting each other in that process. Then just go ahead and come forward onto hands and knees. And we'll press right back into a downward facing dog. So lift the hips up and back, extending the legs. So the acknowledgement that we sort of need to cultivate, that it's necessary to cultivate both wisdom and compassion together. We can't cultivate wisdom alone, otherwise it just becomes sort of sort of a self-fulfilling intellectual exercise. We can't cultivate compassion without wisdom. They need to go together. So one of the most widely used practices for cultivating compassion, it's called different things in different traditions, but it spans both the yoga tradition and the Buddhist tradition and everything in between. Come forward into a plank, shoulders forward over the wrists. Lower the knees, the chest, and the chin to the floor. Slide forward into cobra, inhaling. Exhale, tuck the toes under, move the seat all the way back to the feet, and then extend the legs downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank. Exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Noelia, that's a good joke. Walk the feet forward towards the hands and fold forward over the legs. She said, she typed in the chat, the souk is on fire, like the house. Okay. Okay. Don't tell Rima. Okay. Secret between us. It's our Easter secret. So anyhow, the practice is, it's referred to as, in a couple of different ways. Sometimes it's called the 4 locks and the 4 keys, which is interesting because it refers to the fact that there are sort of 4 types of obstacles in the world, 4 types of people that are obstacles for our minds. And the 4 keys, so therefore the 4 ways to unlock those obstacles, to open those obstacles. So the first type of person that we might encounter in the world is a happy person. And the instruction is to be happy for the happy person. Is that an obstacle? Sometimes. Have you ever felt something other than pure, unadulterated happiness when someone else feels happy? No? Okay, just me. I'll take that as just a Jessica problem. Okay. So for all of these, the places where it's difficult are the places where the practice sort of shines a light on where it is we need to work. So if we're going along throughout our life and suddenly someone gets a promotion or the perfect relationship or the perfect apartment or they get this or they get that and we feel that sense of like, why them or something, then that shows us, right, where we can look a little bit deeper into our own hearts and minds, right? Okay, so the second type of person that we might encounter is an unhappy person. And when we encounter unhappy people, we cultivate the attitude of compassion, widen the feet, bend the knees, come into a deep squatting position. So again, that's one of those things where when people we already like and are already fond of are suffering, of course, we automatically and naturally feel compassion because compassion is already a natural part of us. But the work, again, becomes those edges where maybe that's not the automatic response. Maybe someone we don't naturally feel compassion for is feeling some kind of discomfort or unease. And so we cultivate compassion. Okay, bring the hands down to the floor. Raise the hips up, fold forward over the legs. Bring the feet and the legs halfway closer together. Arms behind the back, lace the fingers together into one fist. Stretch the arms away from the back. Let the weight of the arms kind of hang down. Let the upper body hang down over the legs. Good. Okay, with your next inhale, bend the knees, open the chest, and look forward. With your exhale, extend the legs and fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, extend and fold. Inhale, bending, look forward. Exhale, extending and fold. One more. Inhale to bend. And exhale to extend. Good. Hands on your waist. Lift all the way up to a standing position. Reach the arms up overhead. Clasp the hands together into one fist. Reach the knuckles up to the ceiling. Stretch the elbows, stretch the armpits, even the sides of the waist. Exhale, bend to the left side. Inhale, lift all the way up to center. Exhale, bend to the right side. Inhale, lift up to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift up to center. Exhale, right side. Inhale, lift up. One more time each side. Exhale, left. Inhale up to the center. And exhale, right side. Good. Inhaling, lift all the way up. Release the arms for the moment. So the third one, which is actually the one that I wanted to sort of focus on today, is that when we see people in the world taking virtuous action, taking good action in the world, that we should cultivate a sense of like sympathetic joy with that action. And so especially now when we see somebody taking brave, compassionate, bold, wise action, we ought to not only uplift that person, that action, but also cultivate that sense of joy, gratitude, and even some of those very qualities in ourselves. Because when we focus on someone who's doing those actions, we can think about how we then can embody more courage, more wisdom, more compassion. So maybe you can think of someone who's taking brave, bold, courageous, virtuous action in the world. Maybe. It's easier to think of the ones who aren't doing it, right? But like for as few and far between as it feels right now, people that are taking the correct action, right? Okay. So keep that person in your dedication, feet and legs together. Exhale a full breath out. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, swing the arms behind the back, lace the hands together and fold. Inhale, hands to the floor, step the right foot back, look forward. Exhale, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, sit all the way back towards the feet, and then extend the legs. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot next to right foot, fold forward. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back, straighten legs. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind, lace hands together, and fold. Inhale, hands touch down, step the left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, sit back towards the feet, and then extend the legs. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot next to left foot, fold forward. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, stand up and release the arms. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind, lace hands together and fold. Inhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, sit all the way back towards the feet, and then extend the legs. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot next to right foot. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind, lace hands together, and fold. Inhale, hands down, left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat to heels, downward dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot next to left foot, fold forward. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, stand up and release the arms. Now bend the knees deeply, reach the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, hands to the floor, fold forward. Inhale, look forward to prepare. Exhale, hop, step, or walk back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Turn the left heel down. Reach up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Virabhadrasana 1, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, warrior 1. Exhale, open hips and arms to the side. Inhale, hands to the floor, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open to the side. Inhale, hands to the floor, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, warrior 1. Exhale, open hips and arms. Inhale, reach the right arm up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open Vira 2. Inhale, reverse the warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in. Yeah, breathe out. Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, hopper, step feet to hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, deeply bend the knees. Reach the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, stay here for 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Try to lift the head, chest, and arms a little more vertically. 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, fold forward. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, a breath. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, hop or step feet to hands. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, hands to prayer, twist to the right side. Hook the left upper arm outside of the right leg. Try to keep the knees together, meaning side by side touching, but also try to prevent that left knee from sneaking forward of the right knee. 3. Good. 4. With your inhale, reach the arms up to the center, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to prayer, twist to the left side. Good, breathe in. Breathe out, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Breathe out, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 1 more. Exhaling with your inhale, reach up to the center. Exhale, hands down, folding forward. Separate the feet a few inches apart, hands on your waist. With your inhale, lift all the way upright, arch back a little, squeeze the elbows towards each other. Exhale, fold all the way forward again. Reach down, grab hold of the big toes with the peace sign fingers of the hands. Inhale, look forward, lengthen the arms, the legs, the waist, and then as you exhale, fold forward. 1. Good. Pull up through the kneecaps, so try to tighten the muscles right above the knees. 2. Shrug the shoulders up away from the ears. 4. Good. With your inhale, look forward, lift your head and your chest. Slide the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. And exhale, fold forward, head goes down. Breathe. 1. And 2. Good. Again, try to tighten the skin above the knees. 3. Back of the neck is long. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. With your inhale, look forward. Get your hands out from under there. Widen the feet. Bend the knees. Come into a deep squatting position with the hands together at the center of the chest. Now, with your left hand, hold onto the front of your right ankle. And as you pull on your right ankle, twist, reaching the towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back to the center. Lift the sides of the waist. Exhale, twist to the left. Pull on the right ankle. On the left ankle, excuse me. Inhale, come back up to the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Try to link breath and movement together. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Good. Inhale, lift up to center. Hands to the floor. Raise the hips up and fold forward over the legs. Walk the feet. Flip that. Walk the hands a little bit forward of the feet. Press the hands down, preparing for crow pose. So place the hands all the way flat on the floor. Place the knees high up the backs of the upper arms. Shift the weight forward into the hands and see about lifting the feet off the floor. Maybe just start with 1 foot at a time. 4. Good. Wherever you are, hop, step, or walk back, chaturanga. Good, everybody. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, step the right foot forward, warrior 1. Reach up. As you exhale, go ahead and straighten the front leg and bring the right arm down alongside the body. So left arm stays lifting. Try to turn the shoulders and the chest as much to face forward as possible. Press down through both heels a little bit more strongly. And then reach the fingertips equally in opposite directions. Reach up so much that you even feel like you're kind of lifting up through the waist. Yeah. Exhale, bend the right knee and send the hips a little bit more down. Keep squaring forward. Inhale, extend the right leg and then reach the fingertips longer in both directions. Exhale, bend, send the hips even more forward and down than you did before. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, bend. Continue to press the left heel down even as you bend a little bit more. And then bring the right hand up to meet the left hand. Press the palms of the hands together, especially the pinky finger side of the hand. And then push the hands together so much you can straighten the elbows a little bit more. Lift the center of the chest. Look up towards your hands. 3. Good. That's it. Good. 4. And then with your inhale, go ahead, straighten the right leg. Exhale, open the hips to the side. Keep both legs straight. Reach all the way out to the right for triangle. Place the right hand down. Left arm reaches up for 1. Good. 2. That's it. 3. With your inhale now, stand all the way upright. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Reach up and back. Stay there and breathe. Good. Bend the right knee all the way over the right ankle. And then reach even longer through the wrist, elbow, even armpit. And then keep the upper half of the body the same. Just straighten the right leg. Keep reaching to the back. Reverse triangle. Exhale, bend the right knee. Place the right hand outside of the right foot and reach the left arm all the way over the left ear. Extended side angle. Good. 1. Keep that back foot anchoring down strong. 2. Strong and straight back leg. 3. Yes. Good. Stretch. Freedom. Inhale, both hands touch the floor. Step into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, straighten out the front leg. Left arm reaches down alongside the body. Right arm stays up. Good. Push down into both heels strongly. Reach even longer through both hands. Exhale, start to bend the left knee. Settle the hips a little bit more down into gravity. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Reach the fingertips even more in opposite directions. Exhale, bend the left knee. Keep pressing strongly into the back foot, back heel. Inhale, extend, lift, reach. Exhale, bend. Now stay there. Left hand reaches up to meet the right hand. Press the hands together. Lift the center of the chest. Straighten the elbows a little bit more. Maybe look up at your hands. 3. That's it. 4. Turn both armpits forward. 5. With your inhale, straighten the left leg. Keep both legs straight. Open arms and hips to the side. Reach all the way out to the left and place the left hand down. Right arm reaches straight up. Triangle. Continuous breath. The inhale feeds right into the following exhale, and the exhale feeds right into the following inhale. Pressing both feet down as evenly as possible. Good, and then inhale to stand all the way upright. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Reach up and back. Stay there. Exhale. See that the left knee is bending all the way over the left ankle. 1. Yes, that's more like it. Good. Keep lengthening out through the left arm, left wrist, left fingers. 4. Keep the upper half of the body the same. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Continue reaching to the back. Exhale, bend the left knee. Left hand down outside of the left foot. Right arm reaches over the right ear for extended side angle. 1. Good. 2. Anchoring that outer edge of back foot. 3. Yes. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, both hands to the floor. Plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the knees to the floor for a moment. Bring the knees to the floor. Then cross, pick up your right knee, right foot, and see if you could cross it in front of your left knee. So it's almost like you were going into like eagle legs or something. And then just lean the hips a little out to the right. So it's almost as if you're trying to bring the right outer hip closer to the floor. And then come on up, unwrap the legs, cross the left knee in front of the right knee, And then push as if you're trying to push the outer left hip a bit more in the direction of the floor. And then come on up, unwrap the legs one more time. Right knee crosses in front of left knee. Push the outer right hip more in the direction of the floor. And then uncross. And then last one, left knee crosses in front of right knee. Shins and knees sort of together, and then you're pushing the left hip towards the floor. Outer left hip towards the floor. Good. Come on back to the center. Unwrap the legs. Press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, straighten the front leg, hands on your waist. Inhale, press down through both feet, lift up the chest, squeeze the elbows towards each other. As you exhale, just go halfway forward only. Halfway forward, look forward. Chest and chin reaching forward, look forward. That's it. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. And then with your hands, almost try to tilt your tailbone a little higher up towards the ceiling. So you're almost finding a little tiny bit of a back bend here. And then go ahead, hands to the floor or to blocks, and fold the rest of the way forward. Parsvottanasana. 1, 2, good. 3, 4. Good. With your inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on your waist. Inhale to stand all the way upright. Reach the left arm up. Exhale, go halfway forward. So chest and left arm parallel to the floor. Pull the right hip back. So use your right hand to pull your right hip back. Left fingers reach forward more. And then place the left hand all the way across to the right side of the right foot. Right arm reaches up. 1. Good. Press both heels down. 2. Both legs moving towards straightening. 3, 4. For 5, inhale, bend the right knee. Hands to the floor, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, step the left foot forward, warrior 1. Exhale, straighten out the front leg, both hands on the waist. Square the hips and shoulders forward, push down through both heels. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, just go halfway forward. Look forward. So imagine you're trying to reach the tip of your chin forward away from your pubic bone. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Even use your hands to tip your tailbone a little bit higher up and back. And then as you exhale, hands to the floor or blocks to fold the rest of the way forward for 1. Good. Keep breathing, pressing both feet down, straightening both legs. And then see if you could even pull up through the kneecaps again, just like we did earlier, and in every forward bend for the rest of your life. Good luck. Good. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on your waist. Inhale, lift all the way upright and reach the right arm up. Good. Press both heels down. So especially feel the weight in the back foot now. Come halfway forward, maintaining weight in the back foot. Halfway forward. Pull the left hip back. Right fingertips reach even more forward. And then place the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up for 1. Yeah, good. 2. Continuously pull the left hip back a bit more. 3. Yeah, that's it. 4. Just open up that left side. 5. Good. Inhale, bend the left knee. Both hands to the floor, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Inhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Don't change the back foot this time. Reach the arms all the way up. High lunge. As you exhale, twist to the right, opening the arms out to shoulder height. With your inhale, reach the arms back up to the center. Exhale, open to the left. You can either keep the feet the same, or if you want to spin the back heel down, you're welcome to. Inhale, reach up to the center, high lunge. Exhale, open to the right. Inhale, reach up to center. Exhale, open left. Inhale, reach up to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Stay there. With your left hand, hold your right knee. So front hand to front knee. Use the strength of your left arm pulling against your leg to help you deepen your twist. Imagine you're even trying to bring the back side of the right hand more to the wall behind you. Now, feel the twisting muscles, the abdominal muscles that are keeping you in this deeper twist. Try to maintain that even as you reach the left arm towards the windows again. Yeah. Which one's left, which one's right? We don't know right now. It happens to me every day. Don't worry. Okay, now use those same twisting muscles to twist yourself even deeper into it. And then inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Come up onto the fingertips. Walk your fingertips as far forward of your right foot as you possibly can. And then pushing off the left toes, lift up into a warrior three shape. So the left leg is parallel to the floor. Your chest wants to be parallel to the floor. Turn the outer left hip down. Keep the left hand where it is. Reach the right arm up, rotated half moon. So turning the chest towards the blanket side of the room. Yes. 3. Good. Flex the back foot. Lift the back leg higher if possible. 4. Good. Inhaling, both hands touch down. Step the left foot back to a low lunge. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Don't change the back foot. Inhale, arms reach up, high lunge. Keep the legs the same. Exhale, open the arms to the left side, twisting. Inhale, reach up to the center, high lunge. Exhale, open to the right. You could spin the right heel down or keep it the same. Inhale, reach up center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach up center. Exhale, opening to the right. Inhale, reach up to the center. Exhale, open twist to the left. Stay here. Right hand holds the left knee. Good. Pull on that left knee in order to deepen the twist. Feel the abdominal muscles that you would use to keep you in that deeper twist and hold them. And then reach the right arm forward towards the windows again. So arms open out. Then use those same strong muscles to twist you even deeper into it. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Come up onto fingertips. Reach the arms and the fingertips as far forward of your left foot as you can, and then walk them even more forward than that. Push off the right toes. Lift the right leg parallel to the floor. Square the hips towards the floor. Right hand can stay under the right shoulder, either on the floor or a block. Left arm reaches up. 1, 2, 3. Try to lift the right leg a little bit higher. 4. Good. With your inhale, both hands touch down. Step back into a low lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Pardon me. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the feet just 2 inches closer to the hands, not too much. Left hand holds the right ankle or shin or whatever you can find. Look under the right armpit towards the side wall. Press the left foot down strongly. Press the right hand down a little more strongly. And then come back to center. Right hand holds the left heel, ankle, shin, whatever you can find under there. And then look underneath the left armpit. 2, 3. Good. Both hands to the floor. You can hold you can hold any part of the backs of the legs, like you could pull on the back of the heel, you could pull on the back of the calves. I like to reach behind the legs and hold opposite elbows, but something that pulls you, that's helping you pull yourself closer to your legs. Yeah. Okay, let go of with the hands and the elbows. Soften the knees a little bit. Lift the right heel up and interlock the hands underneath the right sole of the foot. Now push the left foot down, slowly lift as much up to a standing position as possible with the right knee in the chest. And then right away we're gonna glide back down, right foot to the floor, folding forward over the legs. Now lift the left heel up. Hold on underneath the left sole of the foot. Slowly start to lift yourself as much up to stand as you can, lifting the chest, straightening the right leg, and then slowly return the left foot to the floor as you fold forward. Again, right side, lift the right heel up, interlace the hands under the right foot, slowly lift all the way upright, and then slowly folding forward, replacing the right foot down. Lift the left heel, interlock the hands. Press the right foot down, lift, 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 and make your way into your forward fold. Okay, pause there. Soften the knees again. Lift the right heel, but now we're gonna change the grip with the hands. So first, the left hand is gonna hold the right foot. So you're holding the pinky toe edge of the foot. Then the right hand crosses to hold the instep side. So the right wrist is crossed over the left wrist. Push the left foot down into the floor. Lift as much as you can up to a standing position with your knee in your chest. Try to straighten your standing leg a lot. Right arm reaches up, and then go ahead and twist towards the right side. Right arm reaches back. Now, you can look forward for more balance, or you could look back at your right hand for a little more challenge. Try to drop the right hip down a little bit, not hiking up. And then reach the right arm up. Hold onto the foot with both hands. Bend the right knee into the chest, and then slowly return the foot to the floor as you fold forward. Great. Lift the left heel up. So remember, we're going to use that other grip. So the right hand holds the outer edge of the foot, and then the left hand comes over the top to hold the inner edge of the foot. Press the right foot down, lift all the way upright. Once you're upright, left arm reaches up, and then twisting to the left side for moonrise. 2. Good, that's it. Yes, strong standing leg. Try to drop the left corner of the hip down. Center of chest lifts up. 3. Good, left arm reaches up. Exhale, hold the foot with both hands. Inhale, bend the knee into the chest, lift up. Exhale, slowly fold forward. Ooh, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. I know twisting is always, wow. Okay, right, left knee down. Reach both arms up. Right arm can reach alongside the body. Scoot the right foot just a little, scoot forward, and let the hips go down. Inhale, lift the hips back more over the left knee, and then exhale, send the hips forward and down a little bit more. Inhale, lift, and exhale, send the hips forward and down even more. Now, turn the chest open towards the ceiling and look under your left arm. And then turn your chest towards the right leg and reach the left fingertips diagonally across the room like you're trying to unplug the music over there. because you're annoyed with this song. No, I don't know. Just kidding. Reach the left fingertips even longer towards that side. And then open the chest towards the ceiling and look up. Again, reach the fingertips across diagonally. And then again, reach, open. And then last times, reach as much across the body as you can, and then hook the left elbow outside of the right knee. I like to even use my right hand here to scoot my right knee higher up towards my left armpit. Hands pressed together. Pause here. As you press the hands together, try to straighten out the spine, open up the chest, and then tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee away from the floor for standing spinal twist. Yeah, so look more to that side and open the chest more to that side. Yeah. 4, straight back leg. Yeah. 5, good. Inhale, both hands to the floor. Exhale, cross the left knee all the way to the right side of the right foot. Sit down, preparing for seated spinal twist. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to the right side. 1. Yeah, you got it. Look, I'm a yoga teacher, and I even get confused with rights and lefts. So please don't feel self-conscious ever. It happens to me daily. Inhale, turn to face forward. Exhale, counter twist. Good. Inhale, turn to face forward. Okay, we're going to do something a little outside of the usual. So usually we go into ankle to knee here, but today we're going to go into Gomukhasana. So the right knee stacks over the top of the left knee to whatever extent is available to you at this time. Good. You can hold onto the toes or ankles or any other arm variation you want to do. Go ahead, fold forward. Chin reaching in front of the knees. That's it, Kieran. Good. 2. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to borrow that. My future students, thank you. Good. Okay, lifting all the way up. We're actually going to turn this one into a twist also. So start to turn the upper body to the right. So turn to your right. And then, so from here, you can stay here. I'm kind of using my left forearm to help me twist. I'm using my right hand, the one behind me, to help me twist. Or you could grab you could grab opposite big toes. So the right hand, the left hand, the one that's in front of you, is going to grab the toe that's in front of you. And then the back hand, the right hand, is going to hold the one that's behind you. Yeah, just the one that it's closest to. Again, with these rights and lefts. Goodness. Good. Turn to face forward. Just a little counter twist. Turn to face forward. Make your way back to downward dog any kind of a way. So if you want to hop back, take an extra chaturanga, etc., you're welcome to. Yeah. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, the right knee down. Good. Reach both arms up. Bring the left arm down alongside the body. Scoot the left foot a little bit forward. And then send the hips forward and down. Move the hips back more over the right knee. And then send the hips forward and down, forward and down. Again, move the hips back where they came from. And then send the hips forward and down into gravity. Stay there. And then open the chest towards the ceiling. Look up. Turn your chest to face your left knee. Reach diagonally across the room. And then again, open. Turn it open. And then turn to face the left leg and reach the right arm as long as you can to the left corner of the room. One more time. Reach up and open. Reach across, pause there, lengthen out diagonally even more than you could. Right fingers, right wrist, right armpit, side of the body, all the way down into the hip and the knee, and then cross your right elbow outside of your left knee. Take the left hand and you could smush the knee a little bit higher up the back of the left arm. That's the technical term, of course. And then straighten out your spine, open up your chest. Optional to lift the back knee for standing spinal twist. 1. Good. Straighter, stronger back leg if the back knee is up. 2, 3. Good. Both hands to the floor. Cross the right knee to the left side of the left foot. Come to sit down. Once you're seated, right arm reaches up and exhale, twist to the left side. Good. 1 and 2, 3. Good. Top of the chest lifts. 4. Good. With your inhale, turn to face front. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, turn to face front. So again, we're going to stack up the knees for Gomukhasana. Left knee stacks over top of right knee. Good. Any arm variation, you could hold your feet or your ankles or do something else with your arms. Go ahead, go forward. 1 and 2. Good. Lifting all the way upright. Let's turn this into a little twist. So twist to the left. So I'm using the forearm that's touching the leg. I'm using that to kind of push myself a little deeper into it. The hand that's on the floor behind me, I'm using that one to pull myself a little deeper into the twist. And then you can either stay like this, or the hand that's in front of you holds the foot that's in front of you. The hand that's behind you reaches back to hold the foot that's behind you. And then pulling on the feet, twist even more. Good. Turn to face front, little counter twist. Turn to face front, make your way back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees and look forward. Hop or step the feet all the way up to the hands and fold forward. Okay, feet stay together for now. Walk actually the hands don't have to do anything. Bend your knees and let your heels lift up. So you're in kind of a tiptoe squatting position, just hovering the buttocks over the heels. And then turn the knees to face the left side of the room, to face the door side of the room. Your left hand holds your right knee, and then your right hand, reach out and grab a block and put your block behind your sacrum, like an arm's reach distance behind your sacrum. And then you're using the arms to help you turn the shoulders to face forward. So the knees are trying to point the same direction, and the shoulders are trying to face at a 90-degree angle from where the knees are pointing. And then go ahead and swing the knees forward to the center. Put the block to the other side, swing the knees over to the right. Your right hand pushes against your left knee, and then your left hand is holding a block about an arm's length distance out behind your sacrum, behind your tailbone. And then you're using the strength of your arms to help the knees go to one side and the shoulders to face as much forward as you can. Okay, good. Turn the knees back to the center, straighten the legs, fold forward, just standing forward bend. Give your toes a little break. Okay, you might have guessed what's happening next. Spoiler alert. Okay, bend the knees again, lift the heels up, so you're in your tippy toe squat. Turn the knees to the left. Hands want to be just a little wider than maybe you think, but then move both hands one step to the right so that the left hand is actually more in front of your toes and the right hand is a little out to the side. That's it. Now lean forward into the hands, bend the elbows for side crow. So a lot of it does depend on your ability to twist, on your ability to have the knees facing one direction and the shoulders facing the floor. Yeah. You can look towards the feet or the knees. Look towards the side that the legs are pointing. Yeah. Okay, good. Feet on the floor. Stand, fold forward. Standing forward fold. Yes. Okay, good. You know, this yoga teaching stuff is really hard work. Okay. I mean, it is. It's actually harder than it looks, but that's okay. Bend the knees, lift the heels up, turn the knees to the right. It's okay. It's better if you don't know all that. So it's like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain there. Okay. So step both hands a little bit more over to the left, so your right hand is in front of your toes. Yep, and then lean forward into it. Bend the elbows. Lean the weight of your legs against the back of your right upper arm. Yes, Virginia. Yes. What's happening, Dimitri? Is there a question there? Okay, I saw a furrowed brow. Oh, yeah. See, this right and left thing is a real doozy. Okay. Feet down to the floor. Standing forward fold. Fold over the legs. Oh, boy. Okay, you could come actually from here into a child's pose. Whew. Thought you'd never ask. Don't get too comfortable, though, because nothing lasts forever. Okay, from here, we're going to work on head standing practice, Shirshasana. So arms reach forward, clasp the hands together. Head on the floor, nestled right up behind the hands. And then walk the feet forward. You could bend one knee into the chest at a time. You could bend both knees into the chest at a time. Yeah. Some of you who might be familiar with the old Jivamukti space in Union Square, the altar, it had pictures all around it like we do here, but like tons and tons of pictures, right? And a lot of those pictures were from like pictures of great activists, MLK Jr. and Julia Butterfly Hill and Gandhi and all of these figures who have taken inspirational, virtuous action in the world. And that is kind of one of the reasons for having an altar is sort of putting the qualities that we admire and putting even the qualities that we want to increase in ourselves in front of our mind every day, so that every day we are reminded of those qualities. If you're still working on your headstand, start to make your way into child's pose. And then coming back into downward facing dog. Come on forward into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Arms alongside the body, palms of hands facing up to the ceiling, and then lift head, chest, and legs. Shalabhasana. 1, 2. Good. Slowly release on down. Bring the arms behind the back and interlock the fingers. And then lift up again, head, chest, legs, and arms for Shalabhasana. 1, 2. Good. And exhaling, slowly release down. Place the hands either side of the chest. Inhale, lift forward and up into upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Good. Bend both knees. Reach back, catch hold of the ankles. Inhale, lift on up, head, chest, knees. 1, 2. And then slowly release down. Good. Oh. So a little sleepy for back bending. Let's, it's not Shavasana yet, much as you might wish it was. Okay. Again, bend the knees. Reach back, catch hold of the ankles. Again, inhale, lift on up. 1, 2. And then exhale, release on down. Good. Place the hands either side of the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come forward into a plank and lower all the floor. Good. Turn over onto the back. Good. Feet on the floor. Lift the hips up. Interlock the hands behind the back into one fist. Yeah. Separate the hands. Release the back down to the floor. You could repeat the same or place the hands on the floor either side of your head for full wheel, Urdhva Dhanurasana. With your inhale, go ahead, lift up either of the 2. 1. Good. Chin into the chest and slowly release on down. Okay, so now you know your options. Dimitri nods in a grim fashion. Okay. You can either take 2 half wheels, 2 full wheels, 1 and 1, but you're going to do 2 more of something. Five, 5 breaths each, little break in between. Go ahead, you count your breaths. So, no rush. You take the time that you need. When you're ready, hug the knees into the chest. Bring both knees over to the left side of the body as you look to the right. Bring the knees into the chest and go the other way. Bring the knees on up into the chest and then come on up to a seated position. Sit upright. Straighten the legs forward out in front of you and fold forward. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. If you need a little bit more time here, take it. So if you need a few more breaths or even another minute, you can take it. When you're ready, come up into shoulder stand practice. And if you're not practicing shoulder stand, of course, you could take legs of the wall. You could take Supta Baddha Konasana, something else. Yeah. Something up? Oh, I see. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks. Keeping everything running smoothly. So, so again, even though it's really a beautiful thing to keep sort of these virtuous figures in our mind, these virtuous people in our minds, one thing I just want to mention that I think is often overlooked when we are praising activists or thinking about good and virtuous people in the world is they are frequently not acting alone, right? So even when we think of like Rosa Parks or MLK Jr. or Julia Butterfly Hill or any of these people, or I'll just make a confession, I was thinking of Chris Van Hollen, who just took it upon himself to go to El Salvador and meet with this man and just try to find something to do, right? So found it within himself at great personal risk to do what no one else was doing. But even he wasn't acting alone. There are a lot of people using their voices in a lot of different ways to sort of bring attention and urgency to the matter. And same, like Rosa Parks's action was being planned for a long time by a big group of people, and she had lots of like support within her network around her. So when we think about these people in the world, it's also important to think about the community support that is behind them, often unspoken, right? But it's there. So even if you can't get on a flight to El Salvador tomorrow, just by doing what you can do, you can find ways, in other words, to be a part of that community support. Support the people that are able to, or talk to your friends, or be part of a demonstration, or be part of making phone calls, or writing letters, right? There's so many things that can be done. And if you're in shoulder stand, come into plow, halasana. Does anyone ever get caught in that sort of all or nothing thing where you're like, well, if I can't do the big action, then I can't do anything, right? So it's not the case. It's not the case. Many, many incremental small actions support the big actions. Okay. If you're in plow, if you're practicing shoulder stand, come into fish, Matsyasana, crown of the head to the floor. And then chin to the chest and release on down, setting up for Shavasana. To deepen the breath. Start to bring some movement into the body. And then gathering the knees up into the chest, rolling towards the right hand side. Come all the way up to a seated position. So once again, we're using our mind, we're using our mental capacity and cognition to bring about a feeling inside, right? So, so all of the intellectual work is meant to lead to a feeling. Therefore, when you catch a feeling, when you catch a little bit of that feeling in the body, try to hold or remember it for a moment so that you can access it better more and more. Yeah. So settling into the meditation seat, feel the body connected to the earth, butt on the ground. Grow the spine a little bit taller. Try to relax. Feel the breath moving in the body. And try to keep the attention anchored to the breath. Feeling each time there's inhaling, each time there's exhaling. So again, you can bring into your mind this person who you dedicated the practice to. Maybe just by holding that person in your mind, it's bringing that sense of sort of rejoicing at their actions. If you're not quite there yet, that's okay. Maybe start to think about the actual qualities that that person embodies, whether it's patience, strength, courage. What are the qualities that gave rise to this admirable person's actions? And you can kind of, tap in again to that sympathetic joy in the body. Try to really feel it, remember it, maybe even grow the feeling. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Peace, shanti, shanti, shanti. Thank you all so much for making time for your practice today and for overcoming all the obstacles that needed to be overcome to be here today. And yeah, and thanks for this time together. If you have any questions at all about today's practice or just about what's going on in your practice, let me know. And we'll see you next week. Oh, no, we won't. Wait, no, Ruth is teaching next week this class. So Ruth will be teaching. You should still come to class, though. Ruth is an exquisite teacher, old school Jivamukti. So if you haven't tried her class yet, try it. If you have, go. Everyone go. Okay, thanks. We'll see you next time. Oh, yeah, thanks. So Dayal and I are actually leading a 10-hour harmonium and voice training at the end of May 16th through 18th. So if you want to like learn some of the chanting, or if you want to learn how to play harmonium yourself, if you're a teacher and you want to start chanting in class, yeah, that's what that's about. So if you have questions about that, you can also let me know. Thanks. I need the extra prompting since I'm not good at, yeah, since I'm not good at doing it myself, I need the extra prompts. Thanks. See you soon, Andres. Thanks.